Welcome to the bullpen, guys. I'm sorry, I had a technical difficulty. It just decided to have a complete conniption fit for 5 seconds. So if you saw me or didn't know what the fuck I was doing, I apologize. But pitter
You're
patter, let's get
doing
at her.
that.
It's Joe the Bull Guy. Welcome to the bullpen. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is Nicole. That's Jimbo. Welcome to fucking fucked up Monday. Hey Vern, no, are they flicking the me? No, it just literally something's wrong with the program. Hey Danielle, how you doing? So fuck us, right? Happy Monday. Let's start this off with a little bit here. Mondays usually generally suck anyway, right? But sometimes when we get into a mental funk, it's a particular bad time, right? Sometimes you need just a little nudge to get you the fuck out of your comfort zone and get yourself back on the track that you need, right? So let's try to do that with tonight's podcast. Let's try to have some fun. The mud messed it up. Listen, we don't want to talk about your mud, okay, Vern? Job, how you doing?
Hi,
But
Joe.
here's the deal. Let's try to have fun this episode. We're probably not going to run too long like we normally do, but we're going to have a little bit of shits and giggles. So let's start it off with shits and giggles. My weekend, just as a quick recap, as all of you fucking know because you all were in my chat, and the ones who are listening and weren't, I had battles non fucking stop. We kicked the shit out of the person doing some inappropriate crap while we were battling, which I was so disgusted about. We lost two in a row, so we were out of the contest. It is what it is. We'll figure out and see if we can get to the next stream house. Nicole, I think you sold some more cookies, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yes,
what
yes, yes.
and how was your weekend?
Okay, so my daughter's birthday was on Friday, and
Right.
I unfortunately didn't get to go to Canada, but my daughter had an amazing time with my sister and some cousins. So that was cool. She had an amazing time, and then I drove her home. She made smart choices. But I got to watch my niece and nephew and that was a lot of fun, but it was a little chaotic. And then Saturday we sold cookies, and Kennedy for the whole cookie season because it ends tomorrow. Kennedy has sold over 515 boxes of cookies this season.
Well,
So she
hell
did really
yeah.
good. Yeah, just by
Let's
herself.
fucking go.
Yeah,
Listen,
and
if
then
she doesn't
Sunday
get
we had softball, and softball season started. So now we got softball Wednesday, Thursday, and the weekend. But we're ready for it. Cookie season's
it.
done, and now we're going to softball.
That's it.
hopefully she still gets that little patch that she's supposed to get, right? Like
Yes,
if
yes,
I
yes.
remember in the Boy Scouts, you had to do some dumb shit and you got the patches. My
Yep,
sister
we're gonna
was a
get some patches
brownie.
and some prizes.
There you go. They didn't have prizes when we were kids. The prize
Yeah,
was a
we got
smack upside
amazing
the back
prizes.
of the head. Remember that, Jimbo? It was like, oh, you think you did a good job? Whack. And they just cracked you and told you to keep going. I'm kidding. It was a
I
joke.
think my old Cub Scout leader got indicted for the prizes that
Oh shit.
Exactly. I was trying not to just come right out and say it, but hey, no, I'm kidding. I had an awesome scoutmaster, Mike. If you hear me, you were fucking amazing. None of that ever happened in my Boy Scouts. Like true story. My troop leader was awesome. However, there are some naughty people out in this world, and
he brought Weeblos to a whole new level.
Jesus Christ. Just in case you guys don't know, you see this? You see Blood and Ink? This is one of our sponsors. This is their merch. Okay, so go follow them on TikTok if you don't follow them already. We're gonna get their link in the bio so that we can start getting their merch. You go to Jayco Drip and you go right to their merch page. They have their own section. Go grab yourself some hoodies. There are some fantastic shirts. This one just says Blood and Ink on the back, which is just a lot bigger. I'm not wearing pants, so I'm not standing up. I'm kidding. I am wearing pants like Corgi on TikTok for 20 cents. What am I talking about? I sold myself to the devil. Anyway, Jimbo, how was your weekend? You had some exciting news when we got into the weekend. We did that podcast with Andy, which fucking it was that went for 2 hours.
All about that podcast.
The chat was filthy, and we loved it. We absolutely loved every second of it. And
I think I'm now banned in a couple states. Travel. I know Canada doesn't let me in anymore, and I think a couple states around me doesn't let me in anymore now too. But it was a great weekend. A lot of work. Restaurants going great. I think we might have a sooner open date, and it's like just working.
This is your restaurant.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm still where I'm at for another month, and then we were looking for a 4th of July open date, and I think we'll probably actually maybe make Memorial Day weekend. but it's like
yeah.
It's like Living Color, the Jamaican. You're like, you got 13 job, man. You're lazy. I'm like, I got no time. I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
Those energy shots are like worth it. Let me tell you that right now, worth it. But yeah, everything's great. Everything's going fantastic. Relationship stuff's going fantastic. Life stuff's going fantastic. I'm ready to get hit by a bus. Like something's like I'm looking around the corner. Things are going really good. You know what I mean?
You know, and it's funny,
everything
right?
Good coming to you.
What's that?
You deserve everything good that's coming.
100%.
Thank you.
You've worked really
Here's
hard.
Here's the one thing, Jim, and I'm going to be honest with you because I get where you're coming from, where you feel like that other shoe is going to drop and fall out from under you, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. If you predict that and you put that shit out into the ether, It's going to happen, right?
Right.
So you're going to grab this bitch by the balls consensually. You're going to make it your own. You're going to fry them chicken titties up. You're going to put them in the little dead chickens, and you're going to roll it in some flour and make some chicken parm.
And that's what I always say. Stay positive. Stay positive. Right. Even when shit's horrible, stay positive, and it's going to come back around for you. And I think I'm starting to see it. I'm really happy about it. And
well, you deserve it, man.
It's been right?
Yeah.
It's been a bumpy road, right?
And everything's still good with the GF or the lady friend? Everything good with the lady friend?
Look, one track fucking mind over here. She's just like, what about the girl? What about the girl? Typical. Listen, you are typical. Typical. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to make sure everything was still good. And I missed Friday night podcast. I gotta catch up.
No, I got you. I was just saying, like, you know, Jim, you had a rocky road, right? Yeah. We all have that road, but it's what you do after that, and you're doing it. You're succeeding. You're pushing through that bullshit, and you're going well. You know what I mean?
It's a silly cliche, but I love it from the last Rocky movie when he says, "It's not how bad you get knocked down. It's how many times you get back up."
Exactly. And Burgess Meredith.
It's the truth, man. No, he says it to his son.
Wait, but didn't Burgess Meredith tell him that too? You got to get up, you bum. You can't get knocked down. Yeah. Right? Like, didn't he say this?
You know what? That might have been full circle. That might have been.
I think it was full circle, if I'm not mistaken.
It was the last one when he was like, he had the restaurant, and this kid was like, "I'm living in your shadow," and stuff like that. He goes, "It's not how many times you get knocked down; it's how many times you get back up."
Right,
and that's true. Man, that's the truth. That's life.
You know what? You got me fucking now double. I know Rocky, man. You got me.
I thought I did too, and now you say that.
Because I remember he's like, "Get up, you bum! You can do it." And then it like cuts to the scene, and he's like, you know, like, "Get up!
You're not done."
Okay. I can't spell.
The funny thing is I have like a Rocky montage to where
Carl, is that you?
Rocky
Carl?
won, dumb as rocks, right?
The first movie.
And as they get to like the second, third one, he starts talking better, clearer speech. Then by the fourth and the fifth, he's back to going again. I'm like, how do you go from like better to like back down where you started? I don't know. It's just me.
You're happy.
I see. Okay, here's the problem though.
The girl's good, Jim. Did they have any competitions this weekend?
Tegan will be in Trenton this Saturday.
Let's go.
And then the following Sunday down in Wildwood. So we'll be down in Wildwood with them on Sunday.
Okay. So their team's doing really well.
Yeah, they're doing great. And then she's going to have tryouts for high school cheerleading soon. And she said she's not going to play softball because she wants to do crew. So that'll be
pretty much all,
down the road, But
cool.
Yeah, they're doing fantastic. Just got a report card from Tori. She's in A honor roll again. I'm like,
nice.
You didn't get that shit from me, kid. Thank God.
I think it was. I think you're right. I think it was just the one. I'm sorry to interrupt you, and congratulations. That's awesome.
Hey, you didn't interrupt me, bro.
I did. It's okay. It happens. Shit happens.
We had an amazing interview today.
It's evil.
We did. Oh, bite this up, you dick.
Joe?
We will. Yeah, let's get into it. So we are launching Nicole's podcast. Okay. The video has been recorded. Our interview has been completed. We're going to do some final touches on it. We're going to launch Nicole's podcast. Should be by Sunday is the tentative date that we're going for.
Amber.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we'll have a recorded episode again to drop the following week with Amber, her co-host. So it's getting a little we're getting a little expansive here.
That's awesome. I'm so excited.
I'm excited. No, but the interview was really beautiful, and it's going to also be part of this podcast. It is the launch.
It's going to be on both.
It's going to be.
It's going to be on both.
Guys, it was really beautiful, and I really hope that all of you guys end up watching it because it's pre-recorded. It's not like we live streamed it. So it got really good. It was really good.
Here's what we're going to do. By Friday's podcast, we're going to have the link to Nicole's podcast YouTube page. On this page will be the trailer and the blooper so that you can, like we normally do. And then on Nicole's page is going to be the episode. So what we're going to do is you go and watch the trailer, go watch the episode. Okay. Here's the cool thing. Once that we have some views on that, we're going to go ahead and put it on Joe the Bull Guy so that it's on both platforms. The reason that we're going to put this on every platform that we can is because there's going to be a petition with it. Okay. You don't have to sign it. You don't have to do that. We are asking you to take a look at it and see. It's to help change the DUI laws. And we're not going to get into it because I don't want to spoil the podcast, but that's what the petition's about. And it's actually, once you hear what it is about, you're going to be like, how the fuck did this happen? So make sure you use a link and subscribe. We will have the announcement what the day is that Nicole's podcast is going to be dropping. And we'll make that announcement on here and go to that page, follow it. And, let's get it done. Okay. Pitter patter. Okay.
Congratulations.
We also,
Thank you. I'm excited. And today it was beautiful. I hope you guys all watched and supported because
you put a lot of work
message that needs to be out there.
Your soul into this, and I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome.
I know Amber's excited too, guys. She's kind of in the background right now, but you've guys seen her on Joe the Bull, and she's amazing.
What we wanted to do was have Nicole debut her platform and then introduce her co-host by the second one. Nice. We didn't, Amber is, working, she's doing her thing, but she's actively involved in it. But there's a method to the madness. I don't know. I'm fucking crazy. So maybe there is no method, but that's, we're going to do it this way.
Thank you, Andrew. That means a lot, Andrew.
She has.
Yeah, we're all doing big things.
And she got recognized last night. We're sitting there battling, and some girl goes, "Hey, I know you," and it was great. And
nice.
Yeah, and they knew me not from TikTok, from Facebook when I used to sell jewelry. She's like, "I used to watch you on the late night," and it made me feel so good. And actually, one of my supporters from my paparazzi business, she's in the chat right now, Barbara A. Let's give a shout out to Miss Barbara. Thank you for joining our crew. Let's go.
So we do have a lot of cool things that are coming down the pipeline. There's going to be some more shows. We got to. I got to go over a couple of things.
Jimbo's got a show.
He does. Yeah, we're doing. Okay. We were doing the cooking. I just, what? At this point, it's Jimbo. It could have been a rodeo clown that sent him a naughty photo. I'm kidding. Look, what was his name?
Don't be jealous.
What was his name?
My buddy Dan.
Yeah, your buddy Dan, the rodeo clown Dan. But welcome in, Barbara. Welcome in.
You remembered her, Miss Barbara? I can't remember all my customers. There were so many of you. But I remember you, Miss Barbara.
We have an amazing community that surrounds us all, comes out and supports, comes and watches us while we battle, comes in here while we're doing our podcast. There is a ton of things that y'all are amazing human beings for. And on this Monday, when most people have that, it's Monday. Why the fuck is it Monday?
Meanwhile,
because Mondays
all day, I was like, it feels like a fucking Friday for me, man.
For you, see, that's the
day for me,
and that's awesome. But here's the problem: some people,
but I'm not off.
No, right?
It just felt like a Friday for me.
Right.
But that's the thing though. It's because you enjoy what you do. You have a purpose. You have a sense of direction, and sometimes people lose that way. Right? You hit
For
that
sure.
bumpy
Oh,
road.
yeah.
It pops you off to the side, and now you're like, shit. I got a flat tire. What the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
Right?
So
So
many times.
in that moment, I know what helps for me is that I cut everything down to 5 minutes. And I say, this is where I'm going to focus. This is where I need to be because I can only change this. That shit back there don't fucking matter. I can't change it. It's in the past. I can't listen. My sister passed. My sister's birthday's coming up. My parents are losing their shit, right? They're running away from the holiday, which is understandable. They're going away. They're not going to be here during her birthday. It's fine, right? I understand that that's what they need to do. Cool, right? That's how they deal with it. I can't change what happened 3 years ago. If I could have, I would. I'd fucking change it in a heartbeat. But if I allow that, and it's not that I don't miss my sister. It's not that I don't. I loved her to death. I'm not, this isn't an act. I really cared about her. There were times I gave her tough love. There's times I didn't. But I can't let that every day pull me down, right? I can't go into something and watch other people be successful at things I'm not and pull me down. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah. Was it the Bible?
No, that was literally my phone falling off the desk, which didn't know the Bible's over there. It was ridiculous.
Was it the violin?
Well,
no, it was a fucking sign. That's what it is. I saw the sign and it did not open up my desk.
Stroking.
Listen, it was.
Guitar.
Oh, let's not talk about that loss. That loss kicked us out of the contest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then tonight,
Yeah,
no, you're good. You're good. No, I don't.
Sorry.
The phone's on the wall, right? The phone's literally it's stuck to the wall. It just the receiver part popped off and just unhooked itself for no fuck you. That's creepy as shit.
Somebody was listening, brother.
In the beginning was I walked through the path of shit. Anyway, so the point I'm getting at is derailed this shit on me. So basically at the end of the day, I can't let real estate in my mind and in my emotional health be taken up by shit that happened in the past. I'm not saying that it's not there. It doesn't exist. You shouldn't feel about it. But if you let that rule your life going forward, it's going to be a fucking miserable one. Take it from me. Jim, I know you've done the same shit that I've done. We've had conversations about it.
When you think negatively, negative shit happens. When you think positively, positive shit happens.
Right. Nicole, I know that you have times where you get in a rut, right? Where you get into that sink back and let stuff from your past overrule you. You have things, or even somebody sitting.
I get a lot of triggers and it reminds me of the past. Or I feel like something's gonna happen like the past.
Right. And here's the problem, right?
Feeling.
Well, we learn that, right? We learn that because history repeats itself, right? Everybody thinks it doesn't, but it does. It actually repeats itself over and over again.
Learn your lesson.
Look, here's one that I don't wish would never fucking repeat.
Yeah.
Learn the lesson.
I've been living the same cycle for a long time, and it's because I decided to stay in that toxic cycle of everything, life in general, constantly keep on making the same thing over and over again. So
and you go to it because it's a comfort place and go, well, I can handle it better this time. And we never do.
No.
Exactly, Andrew. You can't let your past be your prison. It made you who you are. Let's shine and prosper. Exactly. Here's everybody always says,
I
regret
love
this.
that, Danielle.
Now I lost my fucking train of thought because squirrel brain.
If we start, wait a minute. What is burnt out? If we start floating across the room, who do we call? Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters. Yep. Okay, prison. That I had to just reread it. So you're your own worst warden. That's the thing, right? Yeah. Your own worst warden. At the end of the day, right? you're the only one who could break out of that prison. I'm trying to think of how I want to phrase this because I want to be like foul and be like, F this. But I'd rather this message actually come through without all the explicits. You're your own worst prison. You're your own worst warden. It's the same concept because you control your future. I'm not saying you're going to control your employer paying you. That's them not paying you the right amount. Your employer not doing things the right way or doing shady shit, that's on them. That's not on you. You still keep your character pure. If you are in a relationship and things aren't going the way they're supposed to, and you're staying there because of comfortability, move the fuck on from it because that's what you need to do. Now, it's easier said than done sometimes. I am not saying, with a marriage, with a relationship, with the restaurant, a loan, a fucking death, whatever. It's not that you shouldn't deal with it, but you have to move out of that fire to stop getting burnt. If you sit there and sulk in it, all it's going to do is consume you, burn you, and make you miserable.
Yeah, resentful.
Find a fucking place to get the fuck out of that fire. I'm sorry, I tried to do this without the explicit, couldn't do it.
There's a YouTube clip that goes around quite a bit, and I believe he's a rabbi that talks about growth, and the way he explains it makes a lot of sense. He goes, look at a crustacean, a crab, a lobster. They get so uncomfortable, they find a rock, they get under it, and they crawl out of that shell, and then they grow into a bigger crab. And then when that shell gets tight, they find a rock, they get in it, they crawl out of it for protection, and then they grow. He goes, growth comes out of discomfort. That was his scenario for it. He goes, they grow out of discomfort. Their shell gets too tight. They're uncomfortable. They got to grow. They get out of that shell.
Even with snakes when they shed their skin.
It's the same thing. It's like that analogy hit so close to home when I heard it. And then every once in a while it'll pop up at the right time, like on Facebook or whatever. I'm like, oh, I remember hearing that 5 years ago. Right. He goes, growth comes out of discomfort.
Like my vegan ex-liberal girlfriend. I said it. I fucking said it. Anyway, that was my stupid discomfort that I put myself in. Sorry. I mean, it's true, though. We all have those relationships that we keep ourselves in for stupidity, for no fucking reason, that we shouldn't be in. And it goes back to also cutting out toxic fucking people in your life, okay? Like, keep that in mind, that this isn't just,
relationships or
that a lot of times it's hard to do because it's a comfort level.
But here's the other thing: set a comfortable boundary and start there, right? So, for instance, Nicole, I'm using you as an example. This is completely fake. I am not mad at you at all. I'm just saying. But if I don't like something you do, let's say I'm going to pick on you. Your makeup in the live, right? You're doing your makeup. I have no problem with it. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no actual problem. This is completely.
It's fine. Fake. Just go on with the story.
Anyway, well, I just don't want you to be like.
No, I'm not. I'm not affected. We're family.
So you're putting your makeup on, and I'm like, you know what? I can't keep doing this. It's like I'm staring at a brick wall. Nothing is going on. The conversation's going nowhere. I look at you and I go, hey, and not in a public forum.
Yeah.
And go, hey, I don't like when you do this. Let's not do this. I don't mind what you do. I'm not judging you, but I don't want to be there when you do it.
Well, actually, we did have a conversation like this earlier, guys, but we won't exactly say what I was doing, but we did have a similar conversation to what example he's using. No, but we did. Yeah, we did talk about it. We talked about it off the platform. We did it privately. You said, not that you didn't like it, but what you noticed, something to help me be better.
Right. But that Yeah, same. I mean, but yeah, it's same, but same, right? So the thing with it is, go ahead.
I was going to say real quick, and I didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're good.
But before I forget, Andrew makes a perfect fucking comment, and it's something that sticks with me, and I had to tell you before I forgot about it. All through training in different aspects of my life, that is the key fucking thing. You never train with someone that is your equal or less than you. You always train with someone that's better than you. When you have that tune-up game, it's not with a weaker team. It's with a better team because that's going to make you better. You don't train with people at your level or less than you. You train with people better than you. You don't practice perfect.
That's kind of why I chose to be with someone
you
like
improve
Wyatt.
until you're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You improve until you're perfect.
Because I knew he was better and smarter and he could help me figure it out. And I've done a lot of growth this last 6 years.
Always.
And it wasn't easy living here. And he's taught me a lot about life, about being a person, about loving somebody, about everything. And but I agree.
I mean, and it's you have to have that little competition, and I'm not saying that it's not
but
real
then it can go
competition.
once you hit that growth. Then the lesson's gone, and then you're gonna repeat a toxic cycle. That's the part where you got to realize.
That's exactly, Nicole. You took the fucking words out of my mouth. I love it. This is great. See, you're going to do great on your podcast. This is amazing. No, truthfully,
I had a drum instructor at an early age that was like, don't practice to be perfect. Practice perfect. So when you're practicing, and if it's 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes. Because when you get tired and you start slopping around, you're not practicing perfect. You're going to not have that perfect muscle memory. You practice perfect to be perfect. You don't practice to be perfect.
Right.
And that stuck with me a long time. I was like, no shit. He goes, if it's 5 minutes, you practice perfect for 5 minutes. Sometimes it might be 10. Sometimes it may be 15. Sometimes it may be 3. Practice
I didn't realize
perfect.
how bad I was in relationships.
And I was like, wow.
It is, and it's funny.
And fighting is the same way.
Right.
Fighting it the same way. When you're tired, you get sloppy. Hit that peak, you're there, end it perfect. End it where you're at, and you're like, great practice. Could be 5 to 10 minutes, could be 20 minutes. Whatever is at that day.
Yeah.
Practice perfect. Don't practice to be perfect.
Well, like I'm learning how to cook right now, and I'm almost 40. And every day I try something different, or add a new spice, or a new seasoning, or try like something different. Because I never wanted to learn growing up, and I come from a family like cooks, and we owned a restaurant, and I just didn't want to. But Wally doesn't cook, so I had to learn. So yes, back to the lessons again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Andrew, you said it.
I actually like cooking. I just was very. I was baby my whole life. Sorry.
And you're against it because you grew up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I was babied. Up until I was with Wally. I was probably baby until I was with Wally, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's true.
Well, you're right, Andrew. And it's basically with, practice to be perfect, like Jimbo said, right?
Yeah.
So if you practice when you're sloppy, you instill the bad habits. And Einstein said a few great things that I enjoy saying. But he said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? So in life, stop doing the same fucking thing, right? Like, look, here's my thing. I've
myself that a few times,
right? My thing is this. I am doing something that is completely fucking out of my wheelhouse, scary as shit, and I got everybody telling me, one half, I got everybody telling me I can do this and that they can't believe it or supporting. On the other half, I got, nope, you're not going to do this. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. Now, I have two options.
You're doing it, so it is in your wheelhouse.
And that's
it is in your wheelhouse. Yeah. You're doing it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at. I'm saying, you know what? I'm listening to the people that want to support it. The people that don't want to support it, cool. Like look, I love my mom and I love my dad. I'll say that right now. Mom, Dad, if you actually watch this, or Uncle Ange, you watch it, I'm just saying they're supportive to a point, and then they're like, nope, this is how it's supposed to be done. Do it. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Wally kind of too. He's not really into this. I mean, he tries it. I mean, he did help out with the mics, but I mean, as far as he hasn't watched the show.
Yeah, but that's okay. But it's not about them watching the show, right? Like what I'm about to say, if they watch it, I'm prefacing, don't get
No, I
this.
meant like things in general too. I was just trying to compare as well.
But no, you're right, because it's kind of that same mindset, right? Like, well, it's going nowhere. It hasn't taken off in a week, and it's like,
No.
Look, I've been on TikTok for how long, Jim? 6 years with you?
Yeah.
Pretty much 6 fucking years.
Yeah.
Shit hit now. Things are starting to pick up. Things are starting to look a little bit brighter.
Yeah.
Now, at the same token, I'm helping people. I've been doing the same shit I've been doing the whole time. It's just people are noticing it now.
Yeah.
My parents don't see that. Exactly. But they don't see that.
Yeah.
And their issue is, why am I leaving a stable, in their mind, stable environment to go take the risk with the unknown? My thing with it is, if I don't jump on that train that is headed towards a jump on the tracks, and it's going to jump and go over the cliff and hit onto the other side of the track, if I don't jump on that train right now, I have no idea when that train's coming again. But I do know that if I get on it, I have 2 options. I either careen down or I make it over. But if I think that it's going to careen down the hill and go into the ditch, it's going to. But if I sit there and say, you know what, motherfucker, I can fly. Let's go, bitch, and fly. It's going to work out. It's got to.
That's very generational. Our parents were brought up in a generation that where you graduated high school, you got married, you got a job, you stayed at that job until you retired, and then your kids grow. Like, that's no longer the reality. Like, that's no longer a thing. The mom stayed home, the dad worked, the kids went to school. That's no longer reality. We're in a different
reality is both parents working.
And that generation just reasonably and understandable, they just don't understand it.
But that was, again, like, I've listened to my father sit there. I'm miserable. I'm miserable. They're killing me. They're working me to. We used to have a joke. I'm not going to say the company name because it's not appropriate. You know, we don't need to bring that into it. But it was Blank Ho. Literally, his name was Blank Ho. Okay, we'll just pretend it's Blank Ho, right? So we used to joke, like, he'd get a phone call. We're on a vacation. He had to answer it. That was his job position. He had to do it. So he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And we're like, "Oh, there goes the Blank Ho," right? We made jokes about it. I was a kid. I didn't fucking know. I played in. I was an asshole. Let's move on. But you know, when I knew better, I shut the fuck up because I've done this. I've been in that environment. I sat there. I watched it get beaten down over the course of the same time I've been on TikTok, right? Giving my absolute fucking all. And what happened? Nothing. I got more misery, stress, bleeding, health issues popping out of the woodwork. And guess what? I never believed it. I thought I was fucking invincible because I'm fat. No, I'm kidding. I just thought I was invincible because I was young and dumb. But the issue is, by taking that risk, yeah, I might crash. I might have to start all over again. But guess what?
You won't regret it. I mean, you won't.
But here's the thing. I start over again, it's somewhere new. It's not the same old rut. I can now know what I know from there and apply it to what I'm doing. Safeguard myself. You know what? You expect 100% and pay me 75? Fuck you. You're getting 60. You know? Like, and I'm not saying bite the nose that feeds you or bite the hand that feeds you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, learn from your mistakes. That was a mistake.
Right.
Yeah. The first dinner I sat at my family's dinner table after coming back from out west, and my dad telling me about, so now what are you going to do? Like, what's your options? What's your plan? What's this and that? And I said, I don't know. This is what I think I'm going to do. This is what he goes, you know, you're getting kind of old for this. And I was like 30. This is 20 plus years ago. And I go, Dad, all I did through my childhood was sit at this table and hear you saying, you know what? I really wish I would have done this when I could. I really wish I could have done this when I could. I really wish I would have tried that when I could. And I said, I told myself that I'm never going to sit at my dinner table and say that to my kids.
Right.
That I could at least say, I fucking tried it.
Right.
And he looked at me and he went, all right. He goes, don't be a nuisance. Don't get in trouble. Don't get arrested.
Be a decent human being.
I wound up probably doing all the above, but But to be fair, that was my mindset. I was like, I hated to hear my dad say that because it felt like he was disappointed, but he was phenomenal in life. He supplied me and my brother with everything we ever wanted in life. He was a hard worker, a family man. Like, he's my idol. He will always be my idol. But to hear him say that, you go, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to do that. And that's kind of like set me in the path that I am in life.
Well, and
I'm going to go, no, I'm going to go do that. And I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try my best at it. You fail 10 times, 1 out of 10 is going to fucking stick and it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
And here's the thing. Thank you. You said it. I didn't want to interrupt you by saying it.
I seen you all wave. I was like, oh, hey, what's up there?
So the other thing to piggyback off of that, right, Jim? Like, I watched my dad. Don't get me wrong. My dad is the reason I went into what I did, right? Like, I wanted to be that suit and tie. I wanted to listen. You want to know the real thing? I watched my dad succeed at a company over a course of time, which is a fucking amazing feat that he did. Okay, he went from intro level all the way up to VP. I watched his career blossom through. Yeah, was he not happy? Was there bad things that happened along the way? Sure. What did he do? He figured out a way to fix it and move on from it, right? So my dad, just like yours, was my role model. Like, he was who I wanted to be, but I also watched him kill himself and wish that that he did a lot more, but he did amazing. He went to games that he could, every game he could. He was there for every birthday, every holiday. He did, I couldn't have asked for a better father, right? Like, I'm not, this isn't blowing smoke up his ass. Like, he's got his fucking quirks and he's a pain in my ass, but he was an amazing father, and I would never taint that. But I do look at him at times, and I watch when he works with wood, and I watch when he does certain things, and you can see the joy. Like, him working on a car, other than smacking me and telling me to hold the light fucking still, he loved every second of it, right? I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, give me a wrench, you give him a wrench, wrong fucking wrench, and he throw it, right? So, like, that's other than that, right, you smack, like, what the fuck happened? But other than that, I watched the joy that he had when he talks about cars, when he's working on cars, when he's smelling the octane, like, he fucking loves it.
Wow, he sounds like Wally. Wally loves the cars
too. Probably, same mindset, same genre. I'm trying to be polite, but baby boomer, exactly. So, like, I see that, and I watch the regret because now he's older and he can't do the shit that he used to do or wants to do, and it's heartbreaking, right? Yeah. But I know that when I have kids of my own, right, I know at the end of the day, I don't want to be that person that's like, I would love to have done this and I regret that. Right. Now, the only thing I'm not fucking trying is eating the booty hold. I'll leave that to Jim. But the rest of it, I will try everything I possibly can, and I will do it. I've jumped out of an airplane. I'm scared.
I want to do that so bad.
No, listen, I'm going to tell you don't do it, but do it. But don't do it. I was scared shitless. I passed out the first time, pissed myself the second time because I stayed awake. The third time I made it to the ground and said, holy fuck, I'm too fat and I'm too old to do this shit. Fuck that noise, I'm out. But one of the best things Edison ever said was, I love the smell the cars give off, knowing that all means being able to turn a wrench. Right, exactly. I
love the smell in the morning. Smells
right.
Like
oh, how did I know you were going Full Metal Jacket on me?
Smells like Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now. I'm sorry, my bad. It would, like, what? They came out like 2 months later. What's up, Miguel? So
the 20 years.
Shut up. Like, they came out 2 days from each other, is what I'm saying. Not that they came out 2 days ago.
I love
sorry
you,
if it came out the I love you.
Miguel, what's up, brother?
The quote from Edison that I love the best is, and this is what I told my dad, and I don't know if it sunk in or not. And to be honest with you, I had to set that boundary. That's the whole point of this was about the boundary, right? I looked at him and I said, I'm going to fucking do this, whether you like it or not. And if I fail, I fail, but I have to try this because if I don't, I will regret this the rest of my life. And that's the end of it. And I looked at him and I said, Edison said that it took him, a news reporter asked him one time, it took you 999 times to make the incandescent light bulb. And on the 100th or the 1000th time you made it, do you have anything to say for that? And Edison looks at this guy. I wish I could have been a fly on the fucking wall for this because I would have been like, oh, she just bitch slapped this carrot in the face because he went, no, I learned 999 ways to make something new and found one way to make a light bulb. Not that he failed 999 times. He only, ways not to make a light bulb. Thank you, Andrew. But do you know, same, but different.
And how many things that come from the failures of someone trying to do something that they find a way to do something else?
Right. Look, we got
so many times.
I could think of a recent one.
I just bought business, a jewelry, and then I go from live streaming.
See?
Well,
there you go.
You
That's
got that.
Perfect example.
Well, here's another one. Yeah, Joe Biden in office, he failed. Now we have Trump in. No, I'm kidding. I'm just making a joke. Look, it was a joke. It was a joke.
I'm not. Listen, I gotta say it because I'm gnawing at the fucking bit to say it, and
go
I can't
ahead.
Myself, and it's very sexist, but I can't get it out of my head until I say it because I'm.
Go ahead. Oh, here we
stupid.
go.
I may get blocked. Nicole, do not be mad at me. The ladies in the chat, do not be mad at me. But you gotta always go with the old joke. What's the smartest thing that ever came out of a woman's mouth?
Her tongue.
Einstein's dick. Come on.
The worst part is I knew what you were saying.
Does that mean it's time for Streetwalker stories?
We're gonna joke. The fucked up part is before you when you were like, it's really sad. I'm like, don't say Einstein, don't do it.
Like,
don't. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
don't do it.
It's funny. It's fucking funny. Son of a bitch.
Don't do it.
Look, I'm just glad.
I may have found it Saturday, Miss Byrne. Oh my gosh.
Burn.
If you know, you know. Miss Byrne.
It might have been old and wrinkly.
No, this thing was it was floppy. That was for sure. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
his eyes might have lit up like a light bulb.
Look at this. Look at it. There you go. There you go, Andrew. We'll start with that, and then we'll go into the streetwalkers. I spent 17 years learning how not to be loved, and it took one person to show me the right way. Look at that. I listen. Since he said it, I'm fucking doing it. Womack, I hope you're listening. Anyway, Andrew and Womack. Yeah, I played TikTok hookup. I played Dr. Phil of it. Matchmaker, bring me a match.
They're together?
Whenever I hear that song, I think of the Starfire.
Didn't they just go on a trip together?
You mean she went to go visit him? Yeah.
Oh.
You know what, Miguel? I have, honestly, to tell you the truth, not a fucking clue what AGT stands for. That is Carl, who is not here tonight. And actually, real quick, tonight we are not going to end our episode the way we normally end our episode, where we do some dumb shit and we curse them out and whatnot.
Because that is tongue in cheek, guys.
It's all fun and games. It really is all fun and games. It's all just to get under his skin. So when we sit back after it, right, we get a ride out of you. We get a ride out of him.
Because he does have a great sense of humor about it.
Yeah,
he does.
It is cheek, We do love Carl.
We do love Carl, and Carl might not be with us for a couple of days. It might be even a little bit longer. Carl is going through some very intense family things. Okay, it's not my place to say it until he tells me I could say anything. But our thoughts and our prayers are with him and his family. That's the first thing. The second thing is that if you do see Carl, make sure you say hello. That's the AGT network that comes through your chats on TikTok, or even drop an email and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? If you want to. I know that he would appreciate that. And in this time in need, I would say that's would probably help him out. And, I always say, that it's okay not to be okay. And right now he needs to not be okay, because that's okay. Right. So he needs to be this way right this moment, because that's the best thing for him. And we do love you, Carl. I know we bust your balls about your sex robot and all that other stuff. And it's a joke, and he knows it. But normally we curse them out at the end. And go, God damn it, Carl. I didn't feel it would be appropriate today, and maybe not even on Friday with everything going. But please, if you're religious, please keep his family in your thoughts and prayers, because it's
pretty serious.
Yeah. And when I talk to him next, if he says it's okay to talk about it, then we'll give you an update on Friday. If not, we'll tell you the same thing about keeping him in his thoughts and prayers. Real quick before we get into Streetwalker Diaries and the daily affirmation.
I don't
Miguel.
have those gold.
No, Miguel doesn't know.
That's fine. Don't worry. I got one on my desk. Miguel, you could go look at any of the other podcasts. Usually on Fridays. It'll catch you up. I promise you. We have like 70 episodes at this point. That joke has been running through. Yeah, there's
running joke.
It's pretty funny. We did a sex toy chat, and he's the one who found that, and I say that he has a personal live-in woman that happens to be Sarah Connor's worst nightmare. But anyway,
that he puts on his head. No, I'm just kidding. We love you,
right? And the green bowl looks like a fucking alien.
With the green bowl.
Right. So, with that being said, Friday, just as a heads up, I will not be in my normal house. I'll be in a different environment. I will be in Boise, Idaho. Yeah. I don't know. I heard they were hiding all the hose because I was coming. I'm just kidding.
That's what.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what am I supposed to do out there? Am I supposed to make like a potato gun and like, because it's unlimited ammo? Like, I don't fucking.
And you're gonna also be somewhere different too, Jimbo, right?
I will not be in my living area, my kitchen.
Why did it look like you were grabbing breast?
Because maybe
he literally was just like, yes. No, where are you going to be, Jimbo? Tell us, if you can.
With her. Gotcha.
Have fun.
But we're going to still see you on the podcast, right? You're going to still do
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Is she going to pop in? Are we going to have a surprise like, hey? Or...
Wow. Maybe.
Okay.
Nicole.
Nicole's like, she's like,
I feel fucking offended. I'm slighted now. Fuck this shit. Did you see how upset she got? Jimbo, you're not going to be here. I'm like, what?
No, I'm going to be
like, fuck Joe. Joe's going to Boise. Yeah, who gives a shit? Jim.
No, you already told me you were going to be here. No, but I have a hard time when you're not here. Trust me. I'm always like, oh, well, if Joe was here, you would have said something funny. Like after I said something.
I'm just busting your balls. Busting.
I feel like it's just the best one. It's the three of us together, to be honest.
It's a lot of fun.
This is where the three best friends at.
And the chat, you guys make it a whole lot better. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching us.
Thank you guys in the chat. You guys always keep us definitely entertained.
Email, like, and subscribe.
Yes, please. Their email is in there. I gotta get somebody to test that email. Actually, Andrew, do me a favor. Can you send me a test email, please? Because somebody said it wasn't working. I don't know, but give me a whirl. If it doesn't, I'll switch out the links and I'll put another one in.
If anyone wants to help sponsor, right?
Yes, there is the link in the bio if you want to donate anything to it. What the hell just happened to my computer? Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Somehow it swiped the fuck out of I have no idea what the fuck happened. This computer's acting on the fritz tonight. So Streetwalker Diaries. Let's fucking go. Hopefully I could see a Streetwalker while I'm in Idaho. I don't know. I kind of feel like with the last name Ho in it, it should be, I don't know. But
Okay,
let's
so
hear
these
one.
are pretty. These are pretty good. I don't know. All right. So the first one is caught in the act when my guy came in and found me masturbating with my dildo. He stripped off his clothes and joined in. After a few minutes of watching me, he ended up using the dildo in my pussy while he penetrated my ass. It was amazing. That was the first story. Second one is I had
Wait.
Stop. You have to unpack that shit. You can't just be like, okay, next one. No, ma'am. Let's rewind this. So she had one in one, one in the other. So we're kind of, double.
So no, first she was doing it by herself, and then her man walked in on her.
Right,
Yeah.
I got that.
And she
We
was
got
like
that.
worried about what he would do.
Fair
But
enough.
then he joined in on the fun.
Well, here's the
While
question.
she's
Why don't
penetrating
you be
herself.
worried?
Fair enough.
Whoa. What do you mean fair enough? Why would you be worried that your dude's walking in and sees you playing with yourself? Any guy that walks into that situation would be
I
like,
said fair
I'm
enough
gonna be honest.
that he
If I'm doing that, I'm doing it private.
Okay.
By myself. It's a private thing.
Wait. You said he joined in.
Yeah, but the girl was
fair enough.
But the girl was upset about it. She didn't know how he was going to react to it.
Yeah.
The girl,
that's his girlfriend.
Yeah, he said caught me in the act.
What? Stop, Jim. Listen, stop. Don't say that again. No one said that. No, absolutely no one said that. That word didn't come up. Who said that? No one said that.
Shit.
No, for everybody out there, that was not what was stated, Jim. What we said was the girl was on the bed.
Sorry, I did not mean to say that word. I just thought I heard that.
You're good. You're fine. She's on the bed. You're fine. She's doing her thing, right? She's just, and she's worried when her dude came in that he was going to think ill of her, that he wouldn't approve of it.
But he stripped his clothes off and got right into the action,
which is the appropriate fucking response. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, that's fantastic,
right? Because at the end of the day, if I walked in and I saw the person I'm with doing that, I'm gonna be like, hey, we ain't waiting until the birthday today, are we? No, we're going right in for it. But why would I guess my question is,
I don't know.
I don't know how you heard what the fuck you heard. You need a hearing check. We making it tomorrow. We're using the corporate insurance. We don't have any corporate insurance, not yet. But we will eventually. Not yet. I'm working on that. I actually am working on that, which is a fun thing.
But anyway,
but the question is why, if you're a chick and you're doing that, because you said something interesting, okay? You literally said that you were like, it's a private thing. But that's your person. Right. No. But that's your person, right? So your person based off of obviously it's per relationship, right? Like I get that.
Right. I don't really use toys that often, even though I like to talk about them and I'm like, oh, I'm ready to experiment with them. I haven't really experimented with many, if that makes sense.
All I know is the one you threw into that wall looked like you were
that was a gift from somebody.
But that's okay. You looked at that thing like it was like a Vienna sausage.
Well, yeah, I'm curious.
So to be fair,
I'm just messing around, Nicole. Yeah.
If I was in,
I guess it depends. I don't know.
If I was in a joined, we're together, we live together, blah blah blah. I'm in our bedroom. And I'm pleasing myself.
Right.
And she happens to walk in. Hey, I'm home early. Boom, boom, jumps in. At first, I'd be like, "Oh shit!" My goodness, kind of embarrassing. But if their response was like, "Oh no, that's fucking awesome. We're gonna dig in," then I'd be like,
"I'd rather use a toy than my hand as well." But I'm really not that sexual. I mean, I talk about it like I am, but I feel like it has to be with. I feel like I've been more sexual with some relationships more than others, if that makes sense.
Well, I'm just talking about the story.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I'm just going off the comments in the chat.
Oh shit! I was.
It was making me pee my pants. I don't know why. It was so funny.
Me and Nicole and Drew were just talking about our personal shit, and we're like, "Hey, I mean, this one time they walked into me in the showers, and I was like, no one always take a trumpet."
Yes. It's definitely a comfortable level of Danielle.
I mean, Jimbo, don't lie. Don't lie. You may have stuck a trumpet up your ass.
Just the tip.
just the tip.
I was like, hey guys, watch this. I just made a trumpet and nobody.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
Listen, all I keep thinking
I'm
about.
I'm just kidding.
By the way,
I'm not. I think it's fucking hilarious.
this next one is pretty. It's about getting
fisted.
This month.
I had unbelievably kinky sex recently. I was fisted, double penetrated, fist and cock. It was dirty and fabulous.
So fist and cock.
She says I was unbelievably kinky sex. She said I was fisted, double penetrated, fist and cock. It was dirty and fabulous. She used the word fabulous for real. Fabulous.
Like, how did she say it? Fabulous? Like I'm curious.
It was like I feel like it was one of those like women that like don't really get a lot of sexual experience and then have like the God, like, oh my God, this sex was God, like kind of thing.
So he had a fist,
but like fisting, like I don't think everyone's into fisting.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, I've experienced it. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but I mean, not really. I don't know.
Not when
I don't know how I feel about that. And
you don't fit. You never fisted.
Fucking
woman.
No.
What about using a tool while you're also in the same hole?
You mean like using a dildo or something?
Or like a toy or like a vibrator?
Yeah, I mean we've done that stuff.
Two things. You're in the same hole, not two different holes. One hole, one double penetrated in one hole, and not two holes.
No, I don't think played with the top, like a joystick and shit, but not.
But the cool thing is that if the vibrator vibrates and it's in there, it's rubbing on your dick too. So
that's what I'm saying.
But that's a big ass pussy.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
Think about it.
Jesus. Listen, I really don't want to think about it. I really don't.
All right, Danielle. Okay.
Okay, moving on. This one's a bad one. This is about cheating.
Oh, this is the bad one. Stand by, guys. This is the bad one.
Guys, they're bad. They're streetwalkers. Him in the back door and the tour in the front. No, both in the same hole. Not in two holes. One hole.
I know you fucking lying. I know. Listen, that can't be real.
You know that was German.
That was that was German.
I mean, when you have babies, you're thinking get 10 centimeters.
This is bigger than 10 fucking centimeters. That's like 40 centimeters. That's like.
I mean, that's why you fist them before you do it. So
this is bigger than 10. This is like 20 centimeters.
What if it's like there's small little vibrators, like the bullet vibrators.
They're small.
We're not talking like a huge one.
Small little hands too.
Yeah, and then there's also cock rings with vibrators on them.
No fist.
I mean,
no fist.
No.
I'm not saying it's
if I can get this nugget in there,
some people are into it. Some people aren't. You have to be into that kind of rough. I feel like that's more like a rough sex kind of thing. Like if you're into that kind of thing, like
it's a some kind of fucking thing.
That's assault, brother.
Like, what do you try?
You have to literally stretch them.
Here's my. Do you understand?
You start with one, then you start with two, then you start with three.
Listen, no. Look, this is literally a little too thin. That is way too. No. What am I gonna like? Even if I do this, do you see the fucking depth? Like a child's head. Okay, if we're talking about it popping out, right? Yeah. My fist going in is like he's got meat mitts, so do I. Like. I understand. Look, to each their own. No one's shaming nobody. Nobody's shaming nobody.
I like kinky, but not fisting. No fist.
To be fair, about
Lion's Den trip for the education.
20 years ago, I had to go a pre-surgery checkup. And my doctor said, "Have you had your prostate checked?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "Well, how old are you?" I was like, like 40 or whatever I was. He goes, "Oh, well, you're overdue. Turn around, put your right knee up." I go, wait, what? Like, what? This is happening now? And he's like, "Yup." He was like, "Yup." I punched the fucking wall. And I was like, "You fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "Doc, like, take your fucking ring off." He goes, "Brother, that was my watch."
Yeah,
and I turned around and I said, "Doc, you're the funniest fucking guy I know." Like, that was funny. That was funny.
I'll tell you right now.
And I'll never get my prostate checked again.
Ever.
Never, ever.
He goes, "Brother, that was my watch." I was like, "Dude,
Wow.
banana hands. What? Couldn't you get your like petite little nurse to do it?" No. Fucking catcher's mitt. Yeah, you had to stick your finger in there. Sorry.
I feel like you're gonna like this next one. This one has to do with the beard.
Big Hoss. What's up, brother?
Okay, that's. Do you want to do one or two more stories? I have two more stories. We just do one and end it.
Keep them coming.
Good.
Okay,
just like
my most amazing sex story in the back of the SUV with my married neighbor. He ate me like a god, and his dick was big, and he fucked me so hard. I can't describe how good his oral skills were. He licked, sucked, and flicked my clit. The pressure on my clit was enough for me to feel it all the way up. He paid attention to my entire area, slightly penetrating me with his tongue. He also had a soft beard that tickled in my thighs. He had been hitting on me for months. I was dissatisfied with my husband.
I mean, I got a boner. Like I feel like it's like the Sex Chronicles. You're just talking like.
Do you know why? That's because you literally were thinking about hair the whole time. That's all you thought about was hair. You didn't hear beard. You heard the word hair. You're like, yes. 80s Bush. Jimbo run stuttered. Oh my goodness.
I gotta go take a shower.
Andy, we are doing the non.
That one was a little like sexist scripting, like you're.
I was like, this is like Hustler After Dark, man. This
yeah.
Like, let's get it on. Joe's
I'm waiting until he sees this.
My God, no way, Kara.
Fingering and lingering. Nicole, keep telling those stories. Like, we're going to be like smoking cigarettes in 10 minutes. Holy
okay. The last one of the night, guys, is a little bit shorter. He used to start the fireplace.
It's about a small dick now? Is that what it is? Let's go.
He used to start the fireplace and lay blankets out with candles. He would strip me naked and eat my pussy while fingering, banging, turning me into fisting. He'd make me come until I couldn't anymore. Then he'd have me finish off by pounding me so hard he would drip sweat all over me. I absolutely loved it. He filled my pussy with cum, and I would lay there, mind feeling his huge load drip off.
Armageddon.
Guys, I tell you, I find the best stories, guys. I got the best sex stories.
Here's what I'm gonna say, guys. It was fun it was fun having this podcast while it lasted.
Time to go. It's time to drop the cameras and go.
It's gonna be for good, probably, but not by our choice. Probably.
Fun while it lasted, guys. It was fun while it lasted.
Wait, what did I say?
I'm kidding. I'm just messing.
Come on down and get your free.
We've done worse than this.
We've done way worse. I mean, I humped a chair, for God's sake.
Listen, that was Jim snorting and her wheezing. Like they were both fucking wheezing. I'm over here like, dear Jesus,
Joe's
Lord,
like,
help us.
Joe's like,
Lord, help
my
us
name is on
survive.
this shit. My name is on this shit.
Right? I'm like, you know, all I keep thinking about is if my parents finally decide they want to help, you know,
They're really not gonna like
be
me. They're like,
supportive.
"That cool girl's so
They're gonna
sweet.
be like,
She's got the dirtiest mouth ever."
they're gonna be like, wait a second. So he came on her back and let, well, what? She clit, huh? Like,
These
when
were
are we
good
auctioning
ones.
off the
I'm
chair?
sorry. I've been saving these. I'm gonna try to start finding more like sex stories. Like they're just crazy.
Here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna have to
We'll
go
have
over
some
this
more for you
before-
Friday, guys. And I'm
They
sorry, I
might
do
be
not have the
censored.
affirmations today, but you know what?
Joe needs a mop and a bucket. Joe needs a fucking Bible and hope to Jesus we have this by
Fucking
Friday.
got this. That's what you guys got. And it's okay to not fucking be okay. There's
Joe
your
needs an
affirmation.
attorney.
My affirmation is we got canceled before.
Cancel. His sick is needed. Oh my god, where's the vape?
I feel like I had two dicks inside of me at this point. Jesus. Okay, well, you know, fuck
It was
me,
a
right?
piston
Yeah.
kind of night, you know?
No, there ain't no fist going up anywhere. Listen, I had a fucking colonoscopy.
I think
That
it's more
was
common
enough
than
of
you
that shit.
know.
That's great.
Nobody
You know what? Here's
wants to
my
admit
thing.
to that they like
Let
getting
me-
fisted, okay?
Let me explain this to you. If my fist can fit upside your hoo-ha, I ain't calling you again.
I got nothing for you. I got nothing.
Nope, because I can tell you my 9/16 inch of a pecker ain't gonna do one goddamn thing to
You don't put it in
but
like this.
Look at this side. Even if I did this, okay, if I Judy chopped it or fucking, you know, I don't know, pyramided it or whatever, okay, and this goes in at 9/16 of an inch.